From London, England, the Del Boy, dereck, Chisora, Agit Kabayel.
Obey my commands at all time and protect yourself at all time. Give the best you can. Shake hands, please.
Or can get back in the mix, or belongs in the mix of heavyweights, which is really hot enough at the minute.
The front waistband, Kabayel on the back. He's been very relaxed all week. And says he realises it's serious business. And now there's a lot of weight in there. And with that, Carlos Takam and Dylan White and Robert Hellenius, you never quite know what they're going to give us.
Not quite had the top success at all at world level, but be taken serious in the current crop of heavyweights. And Kabayel, really, he wants to make a statement himself.
Not in the corner tonight, CJ Hussein running it, but he obviously high hopes with that undefeated record.
And not get hurt in the process.
But really hasn't been with anyone yet, certainly Dereck Chisora.
But like I said earlier, he's still in the mix, he's still a good addition to the heavyweight.
Being told off for holding by very experienced referee Daniel a year ago, but he didn't get the nod. We haven't had the rematch. He signed up with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn.
He's obviously coming into the ring ambitious with his European title.
Former kickboxer Kabayel had a limited amateur career, about 5 bouts, but
yeah, it's a good move. I mean, he's big, so we can see how long he can keep this up, but he's...
This stage, we said Chisora's 33. Is he an old 33? And he gets the job done here. It'll be a very interesting 2000.
Yeah, most definitely agree with that. It's got really big to see tonight. And Kabayel comes into this ring and it's progressive. He can keep this up because he's a big lump of a man, isn't he? And
lighter than Chisora though, at 16-13-3.
Your opponent leans in, you're confident because it's a shot that leaves you open. It's partially blocked by Chisora, but it's a good shot.
Big clubbing hooks from Chisora, but from the Englishman out of range with the jab. And settling nicely there, Kabayel. He beat the Belgian fighter Hervé Courbeau, who was 26-1 for the full European belt. Good uppercut from Chisora. Kabayel up, who comes back with a quick combination. So decent hand speed. Just got to wake up Chisora, hasn't he?
Kabayel just happy to sit there and sort of move away from Chisora's.
Trying to swap body shots. Big right hand from... It's got the feeling of a long fight though, this, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. We'll see how they wear on and how they slow down as the...
When he's up for something, he can be ferocious. And he was really good against Dylan White.
Look like anyone's got any real explosive power. Good right hand
in Manchester.
Here with Dylan White. Well, he's potentially fighting.
In Monaco, Chisora standing with him, looking for the uppercut again. Action hotting up a little. Just misses with a big couple of hooks there. Chisora, good round. Champion all over again, but Agit Kabayel wants to hold on to his property. HBO, Sky at ringside. Kabayel at 25 with...
Yeah, he's doing okay. He's certainly in the fight, but not really having much success. I was more impressed with his work in round 3.
Remember the night when he fought Kubrat Pulev? There's a shot just bouncing.
And I'm hoping that he turns up tonight, and as these rounds go on, he starts to fancy it a bit. Can get down to work.
So where's the jab from Chisora? Doesn't jab stop the speed?
He's a big lump though, he's heavy. And it's hard to keep the double jab going and keep the full work going. He likes to
get rough, Chisora. Bring all that experience over the years. This is better from Dereck Chisora. Good amateur, and 207 rounds. Feats on the record. Sort of comes of age.
For a big heavyweight, keeping out of range, using his jab as the distance closes in, and that's how he'll nick the scoring.
Agit, the crowd cheer here. He wants that Dylan White rematch.
Masterclass. I mean, it's a heavyweight, it's a bit...
Carlos Takam on the opposite side of the ring as well, right in that heavyweight mix after his... There are many good fights to be made.
Dereck Chisora with a win here tonight really puts himself in the mix, and he's got his hands full, but he looks up for it.
Kabayel, no room, as he got to really put combinations together.
He's working well with them hooks and them body shots.
Really nice work from Kabayel. Is with us, and a great many dignitaries from around the area.
And he seems to be walking Dereck Chisora onto punches as he walks forward, like that uppercut there that he just walks into, and doesn't do enough about it, really.
Looking for the big. He's slick and he's quick for a big man, Kabayel.
To me, let's see what we can do.
These are really clever tactics from Kabayel.
Pace, he doesn't show any, dangerous signs of slowing down.
Probably worried about the way this is panning out for Chisora. He's had a hard upbringing as well. His feet are working so well.
Start to stamp his authority at heavyweight, leaving his chin open there, and that's what Chisora needs. Chisora needs to land a shot that's going to really just starting to load up now. Chisora, almost not fully desperate, but signs of desperation.
Who is proving a worthy European champion. But it seems a long, long time ago that he...
Yeah, I don't want to speak too soon, but unfortunately, if he fancied the job, I'm sure he can turn up and...
The most disappointing of...
he went 12 rounds with Dillian Whyte, and...
Character, isn't he? I think he has Philip Green as one of his... Right hand from Kabayel, beautifully picked. Just popping the right hand again. I'm immediately thinking
the Dillian Whyte fight against Kabayel.
Agit Kabayel just picking up round after round.
He's managing to just pick off Chisora like that.
From Zimbabwe originally, Chisora. Always been a solid heavyweight on the scene. Nice right hand.
It's because it's a bit of an arm shot. He's just pushed his arm up there. It's fast, but there's not much.
Filled over, as you said, unsavoury, and the gloves are off. But he was really up for this. And I wonder in Kabayel, and maybe he hadn't studied the tapes. Keeps trying, keeps coming forward. Always does, Dereck Chisora, but is just not at the races tonight. Not yet. There is time. And I know heavyweights can finish a shot like that, but as we move into the 8th round here in Monaco, and then he'd like to get to him in the latter stages, and it's pretty much everything to the champion. They'll be seeing the same thing, won't they?
Make Kabayel move and work away like he is doing, and
trying to get behind his jab, at least Chisora, but walks into another lovely shot from being a step ahead of him.
His European spot, and he's a decent addition to the heavyweight division, but we're not going to see how good he is unless...
And it is a gear, a little bit like a sparring session, and I think we mentioned it. He got used to becoming a sparring partner for the likes of Joshua.
If you're having the night your way and you win on points, why take risks?
Well, back to orthodox, a smile on his face. I just noticed Johnny Nelson talking to Carlos Takam. For Carlos Takam, I'm sure he thinks Kabayel is winning. As we said, maybe with Dillian Whyte, and I'm sure he'd love a rematch at some point outside of the ring. That's one nice fella as well, Carlos Takam. But he's announced himself, certainly.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because this is a fight that really we need to see him look good again. Just boxing within himself and boxing so nicely behind that jab and that movement.
Attempting the big slugging right hand. Remember, he predicted a knockout. But he needs something big, and he needs it quick.
One of them looping right hands, try and catch him at the side or the back of the head.
Some people were unhappy with Dillian Whyte's performance last weekend, but he got the win. He's lost to Whyte, and he'll have lost to this man, Kabayel. With Agit Kabayel, bright guy, knows his stuff. And with 2 world titles and a European crown.
From Dereck Chisora, but Kabayel seems to be just kind of cruising, and
this hasn't been any sort of dramatic heavyweight.
But he's doing a job here, and he seems to be at his own pace, and he's stuck in the gear, get lined up, and we'll see a bit of action, but it's getting late.
Joseph Parker, Luis Ortiz has been shamed, obviously, in recent weeks. Tyson Fury still knocking around.
He's going to try and make some kind of impact at world level.
Chisora closing down. Yep, very, very late in the day this for Chisora. last few minutes and just give it absolutely everything. Turns our next year. How seriously will Dereck Chisora be taken
on television? And I don't know if anybody will be calling for Dereck Chisora to turn down the rematch, because that one was very close, and I really did enjoy that.
It was a great fight, wasn't it?
Now Chisora must know that he's behind on the card, so he's going to have to try something. He's going to have to try and land the shot.
Much tighter to Chisora. Have others. Sorry, to Kabayel, but
I mean, that's in my humble opinion. But he's having a good go here, and this is hotting up, and we wanted to see this earlier on from Chisora, but maybe
this is much better from the North Londoner. But is it a case? I wonder if he'd upped the tempo a few rounds ago. This is more like Chisora White, lefts and rights. And Kabayel said, come on there, and finally we have.
But back comes Kabayel.
For me, Agit Kabayel has proved, and still he's lying on his feet, and he's taken Chisora's punches to British viewers and those globally. Great performance, Agit Kabayel.
And still EBU heavyweight champion Agit Kabayel.